Hillary came out of Saturday's Nevada caucuses victorious. That was a setback for the Bernie campaign, but he seems to still have a little momentum left as the Democrat candidates head to South Carolina. Here to discuss, progressive, or should I say socialist, I don't know anymore, radio host Christopher Hahn. Chris, welcome back to the show.
Hey, I'm a capitalist. Just because I'm no good at it doesn't mean I'm not in it.
Okay, your words, not mine. Tell me, you don't consider yourself a socialist like Bernie, but do you think that the Bernie supporters consider themselves socialists?
I don't think the Bernie supporters know much of anything, quite frankly. I think they're overgrown children and people who are just getting out of college and some that are in college. I think he's like the Music Man. He's making all sorts of promises. He's selling them all instruments, but he doesn't know how to play. And quite frankly, I don't know where it goes from here. You know, if you can't win a caucus state, and caucuses are all about bringing out the fanatics who are willing to sit there for 4 hours, you really can't win anywhere. He'll win his home state. He might win a few other caucuses here and there, but it's over. This election is going to be a march now for Secretary Clinton.
And so you have a candidate here who I believe the numbers are somewhere close to 80% of the American public, and that includes Democrats, believe is categorically dishonest. How do you go forward with that? If you were writing her campaign plan, how would you battle back at that narrative?
Yeah, the thing about it is most Americans view most politicians as dishonest, whether they have a reason to or not. I think that there's been a very successful campaign at categorizing Secretary Clinton as dishonest, mostly by people on the right. And I think she'll have a very good campaign to fight that. Look, if she's up against Donald Trump or Ted Cruz, that'll be a very easy fight. And it might be a little bit more difficult against somebody like Marco Rubio or whoever the Republicans pick at a convention, if it's an open convention, which is starting to look like there's a good possibility that that might be the case right now. And I think a guy like Paul Ryan might be a very tough person for her to run against. But, you know, the dishonesty, the untrustworthy, the corrupt, those are things people categorize most politicians with. And I don't think it's something that you could actually base your campaign on.
But you kind of, if you end up with Trump, which, you know, markers are pointing, and nothing's for sure yet, and certainly everyone and their dog is going to turn their guns on Donald Trump at this point. So who knows what'll come of that. But if you put her up against Trump, you've got a candidate for the Democrats that every time she opens her mouth, the Democrats have to worry, oh gosh, is she gonna tell a dishonest, gonna say something dishonest? Where you've got Donald Trump, and pretty much every time he opens his mouth, I think his supporters are thinking, oh gosh, is he gonna say something too honest? That's quite a contrast there. Who wins that battle?
She wins that battle. First of all, that is a big myth that I think's only around in conservative circles, that she's always talking dishonestly. Anybody who actually listens to her speak, attends her rallies, listens to her interviews, understands that she's got a great amount of experience for the job, understands what this country needs, and is capable of actually delivering on what she says. I don't think Donald Trump supporters have really made that contrast yet. And quite frankly, in a general election, I don't see there being any question whatsoever. The woman will win, I don't know, 33 states against Donald Trump. I think it would be a very, very bad day for the Republican Party, which is why I think some people are holding their fire right now, thinking that there's a possibility they could get a better candidate out of an open convention on the Republican side. That's what my sources on the Republican side are telling me.
Wow. Well, we're talking to different people then, because I'm hearing exactly just the opposite, that Hillary contrasted with Rubio looks really good, that Hillary contrasted with Trump looks really good. And I haven't really heard honestly a lot about Cruz, but Cruz is sort of evaporating campaign-wise at this point, it looks like anyway. If you had your choice of the remaining candidates, who would you pick for Hillary?
To run against?
Yeah, who would you hope she's running against?
I would hope she's running against Donald Trump. Although, you know what they say, or actually, really, I should take that back. I would hope she's running against Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is unlikable. He's untrustworthy. His own people call him a liar. There's nothing likable about the guy. He's got a face that it's just hard to look at. And quite frankly, I think that he would be very easy to beat. Donald Trump is going to tack so far to the center if he's the nominee. I don't know what America's going to think of him.
That was was really, really harsh what you said about Ted Cruz. I've actually met several times.
I'm being honest. I'm tapping my inner
I like him very much, and I think his face is okay.
I'm being honest with you, Gina.
Oh, Christopher. All right. So if you were advising the DNC right now, who to us looking in from the outside, it seems is imploding when they have a candidate that is a known liar, even to their own people, who is not popular. Her negatives are just about as high as Donald Trump's, only she's been working on him. Donald Trump hasn't worked on him yet. He will. And I think that time will prove out that he can definitely up his positives. But is there any chance at this point somebody else could get in the race and just make the DNC happy again?
No, Gina, let me just put this very clearly to you. Save me a dance at the Hillary Clinton inaugural ball, because that's where we're going in January, okay? That's what's happening. It's over. Get ready.
Yeah, I mean, do you really believe that? I mean, she's got the email scandal. She's got the Benghazi scandal.
That's a nice dream for Republicans, but she's going to be the nominee and she's going to be the president.
Who does she appeal to? Who likes her besides you and Bill? Sort of. When no other chicks are around. I'm sorry.
I think that you're going to find that many Americans like her besides me, and that she's going to be overwhelmingly elected to the presidency.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch, and I'll definitely bet you a steak dinner on it, although I don't think it'll really be at the Hillary inaugural. I'm just saying.
Got it. You're on for that, Gina. But make sure you pay it, because there's a lot of people who owe me steak dinners from 2012. A lot of big.
I am not one of them.
Riley, I'm talking about you. They owe me steaks from then. They haven't paid up.
All right. Well, I'll make sure you pay up when you owe me a steak dinner. Thank you so much for being with us, Christopher Hahn. Deluded, but still such a nice guy. Up next, we're going to talk about the troubles in the